could be. Yeah, it is. A little one. A baby. He was way out here. A baby. That's the new color I made yesterday evening. It's a pearl. People keep asking me about pearl colors. So it's a pearl. I got 2 batches. One batch I didn't add as much white. This batch I added more white to get the body more of a solid color. And it's black with holographic flake. I don't even see them on my depth finder. That means they're on the bottom, you know what I'm saying? They do that a lot when water gets cold and cold temperatures. They'll hang the bottom. And I can't even see them on the depth finder. This is a little bit bigger, guys. All right. He's about 10 and a half. All right, guys. I caught a couple in the little bit earlier this morning, and there's a fella fishing there where I was fishing, and he was there before I was. So I felt that's why I net him. Look here. Look. He jumped at the boat and the bait come out of his mouth. That's why you net him, especially when a size 8 hook. But he was fishing there. I know him, and we talked a while. I caught a couple there talking to him, and I said, "Look, I'm gonna get out of your way." Look how this fish is changing colors right here. Can y'all see that? See the gold, the purple? All right, I will tell you why. I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, I said, "Look, I'm gonna get away from you. I'll go find some other fish. There's got to be some more here somewhere." I caught a bunch there the other day, and there was a bunch of fish where he was at. But what they're doing this time of year is they're getting on these drops. This river end comes out and it drops, guys, and they're getting on these drops and they're holding up when they're not schooling. They're chasing shad. So when they're not chasing shad, they're getting something like that and just holding up. All right, a lot of the shad are running up in here. So I think they do a lot of that chasing at night, early in the morning, late in the evening. But I have seen them right in the middle of the day. I've filmed some of it on video. It's on some of my videos I've made here lately, guys, of them chasing shad. I think if the school shad comes past that stump I'm fishing right now, they're going after them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say, "No, guys, it's the middle of the day." They gonna go after them. But I think they actually go out looking. They actually go out and kick around here and look for shad during the lower light hours. Okay. Now let me show you the stump. If that makes sense to y'all, if I'm wrong, y'all tell me. Some of y'all been fishing more than I have. I have fished day Saturday, guys. I have fished 4 days in a row. Right there they are. See this little ball shad? See the stump? There's a stump. Get the sun off of it. There's a stump right here. See the roots of the stump down here? The little ball right there is a crappie. And they're in a tight ball too, aren't they? Water's 53 degrees. All right, guys, let's do a live action. I don't see my bait. Let's do it out there. There you go. Bam. Bam, we on. I'm gonna tell you what, this little bit, if y'all have never used them, they're just hot. Somebody made a comment, I think it was John or Robert, because they fish up clear waters. This water's clear on this end, very clear. Look, I can see that fish way down there. There he comes. I can see him way on down there. If you're fishing clear water, this is going to be a good clear water color. This new color pearl I come up with, I don't have a name for it. No name pearl. And if you never fished this little bit will flat catch them, guys. Now, here, let me tell you the biggest problem with the little bit. That's a nice fish, guys. Oh, tore that one. All right, I've caught, let's see. I've caught about 5 or 6 on it, caught a couple bass on it before I finally tore it. Now, that's not the problem with a little bit, but they are going to tear easy, guys. Look how skinny it is. There's nothing there. And I'm adding a little tube blend, a little hardener to them, okay? And the hardener helps some, but some of them I put too much hardener in, and I lost my action. They didn't seem to be as good. Okay, you want my little tail got tied up to itself there. You want that little tail action. Okay. Now, what I said the biggest problem is going to be for y'all is finding a jig with the hook that small. This is a 1/16, and that's a size 8 hook. That size 8 is also perfect for the bug. But I got a surprise for y'all. Surprise! I've got some size 8 jigs coming. All right, I'm gonna start selling them on the site. I got a custom jig maker making them for me. Size 8s, 6s, and 4s. That's the sizes I asked for, because you can't find those sizes. You go in Walmart. Sometimes you can find those Lucky Strikes with 6s in them. They work great for the Treaty bird. The 6s are great in the Willowtail. The Stinger Shad and the Tadpole, you can use bigger hooks. You can use a 4, maybe even a 2 in the Tadpole. But most of the shops you walk into, most of them are 2s. All right, 8s is what you want. I got some coming. Gonna fix y'all right up, okay? Let's see if I can catch a couple more. I still got the same bait now. I flipped it over is what I done. Okay, guys, next cast. No problem with this little bit. It's just, if you get it amongst them, they usually hit it. Now, some of y'all go buy some, and it's gonna be a terrible day. The fishing's awful, and you're not gonna catch anything on it. You'll fuss at me. But here's what I'm saying. I've been out on days fishing. Last week I had one of those days. Actually, it was Thursday of this week. I couldn't get them to hit nothing. I started using a little bit, and I caught about 30 crappie. All right. Went back to Stinger, Willowtail. Caught a couple on the Willowtail. They would bounce the Stinger around, but they wouldn't grab it. They would commit on this bait. Why? Because it's so small. Sometimes you downsize. Crappie Connection. That's a nice fish, guys. Crappie Connection. If y'all watch them, they have a lot of the pros on there. Two of the pros, one of the teams, and there's 2 pros to a boat. They fished a tournament on one of the lakes down there. They said, well, can we ask y'all what your secret was to winning the tournament? Y'all had a lot of weight. They said, yeah, we caught everything, most all of our fish on a 1-inch bait. 1 inch, all right? This little thing is 1.5 inches. They caught them on a 1-inch bait. So, do the pros use little baits? Yes, they do. Are little baits getting more popular? Yes, they are. Bobby Garland just came out with some other smaller baits that are 1 inch and a quarter. So they wouldn't be doing that unless people are using them, catching fish with them. All right, guys, see if we can catch another one. I don't know where my bait is. Oops. I felt something there. There's one. I don't know where my bait was. I never seen it. I felt the fish bumping, and I just kept reeling it. Kept pulling it, and I bounced a couple times just to see if I could see it, and let it fall. And that's when one hit it. Wow. This Wally Marshall rod's a nice rod too. It's 7 foot light action. I've had it for a long time. Actually, it's one of the first 7 foot rods I bought. I used to use 5.5 and 6s all the time. I know some of y'all do. And I was watching somebody on YouTube the other day, and they said, "Oh, 6 foot, 5.5 and 6 is what you want." Well, that's personal preference. But I got 2 6.5s, and I got 3 7s. 6.5 and 6.5 is great for skipping docks and stuff. The shoulder rod. That's a nice fish. But if you're going to fish open water like this and stuff, 7s give you a little bit more casting distance. Gives you a little bit more hook up power. When you set the hook, let me get back on the stump. When you set the hook, it gives you just a little bit more. It gives you just a little bit more power to set the hook with. And I don't. Y'all notice I don't. When I set the hook, I don't do a fast snap on these jigs. Look, this is what I'm doing right now. So what I done? I just picked my rod up to 1 o'clock. I just picked it straight up to 1 o'clock hard. Not real fast, just a good speed. And that long 7 foot rod give me a better hook set, see? Pull that jig into it. But if you got a sharp jig, if you got a sharp jig hook, you don't need that. You don't need to snap that thing like you're going crazy, like we bass fishermen do. You know, us bass fishermen, we snap them, don't we? Because you're trying to pull a hook through a rubber worm, or you got it way out there too. I'm only fishing 30 feet from the boat. All right, that's a little bit in the pearl color. Guys, we'll give it a name sooner or later. I've got some names wrote down at home that I'm thinking about. Now, I caught all these fish on the same bait, and I caught 2 or 3 before I started this video, so I've caught at least 8 or 10 on the same bait. That's just in case if anybody's asking. Because people ask me, Dennis, how many fish can you catch on your baits? And I said, you usually can catch 6 to 10, no problem at all. It depends on if you put pliers on them, and that things like that can change it. All right, guys, there you go. Fishing Lake Country. My name is Dennis. Yeah. Enjoy the comments. Appreciate y'all. Sundays are porta catches. On Sundays, when it says porta catch in the video, you can leave a number. Wednesdays are the drawings. On Wednesday evening, around 5 o'clock. If you leave your number after 5 o'clock, you won't be in the draw. Some people are leaving their numbers 6, 7 o'clock at night. I'm sorry. Somebody's going to do that one of these days to hit the number on the head. They're going to say, why didn't I win? Because the drawing done happened. I've got to edit the video. I got to put it together and edit it. Then I've got to load it to YouTube so it can be ready Thursday morning. I got to have all that done by at least 7, 8 o'clock. And it takes a while, guys. Appreciate you. See y'all next time. Fishing Lake Country.